Hello, everybody. My name is Shola Adekunle, and I will be speaking to us on sustaining success. However, before I start, I would like to say a word of appreciation to the Executive Director of the Young Leaders Academy, in person of Pastor Tunji Adeboyejo. Thank you so much, sir, for your exemplary leadership and for all that you do for young people and everyone around you. Thank you so much for blazing the trail, and thank you for investing so much into the development of other people. My sincere prayer is that the Lord will continue to bless you, the Lord will continue to multiply your impact even to the ends of the earth. In the name of Jesus, I am grateful for the privilege you have given to me, even to speak at this moment. God bless you abundantly, sir. All right, so let's dive right into it. We're speaking about sustaining success. That's the subject I'll be talking to us. Sustaining success. Sustaining success. So there's a lot to say, there's a lot to share with us. So let's just dive right into it. I have my notes here with me, and I believe you should also have your notes and your pen with you to write and jot down some important things that can be really helpful to you. All right, so sustaining success. So let's start by defining what actually success is all about, because you can't sustain what you don't know. You can't sustain what you don't understand. So what exactly is success? I know we must have heard different definitions about what success is this, success is that. However, I want to give us something very simple to comprehend and something simple to really work with. Success in its simplest form, it's the achievement of a desired goal. Success is the achievement of a desired goal or an outcome. That's simply what success is all about. Anytime you achieve a desired goal, a goal that you've set for yourself, anytime you achieve that goal, call that success. So it is simply setting out to do something and actually doing it. You set out to achieve something and then you're able to achieve it. That's success. For example, you planned on finishing a task and you finished it. That's success. You planned on saving money to buy a car or saving money to buy a house, and you're able to save the money and buy the car and buy the house. That's success. You're able to reach a milestone in your career, probably even your academics. You want to go for your degree, your master's, whatever it is, and you are able to do it. That's success. So we celebrate success when we achieve a desired goal. So success is simply the achievement of a desired goal, So success happens literally when your intention turns into reality. Success happens when your intention turns into reality. So by that definition, that simply means that every one of us have been successful in one thing or the other, because I am very sure that there are certain goals that you have set for yourself in the past and you have achieved them. So you being able to set goals for yourself and achieve them means that you've been able to succeed in that area. So success happens when your intention turns into reality. We've had all manners of intention in the past, I know, and some of those intentions have become reality. So probably there was a time you were thinking, I just want to pass my jump and get into the university, and you did. That was success, because you had an intention and it eventually turned to reality. You had a set goal and you achieved it. So that's success in its simplest form. So, however, something that I want us to understand is something I call success process, because you've got to achieve success first before you can sustain it. You can't sustain success when you have not even achieved it. So how do we achieve success? There is a success process that I believe works across every areas of life. Whether you want to achieve a particular level of success in your career, in your academics, in your business, in your finances, even in your marriage, in whichever areas of life, there are processes to it. And here are three fundamentals. Here are three fundamental processes of achieving success. Number one is vision. Anyone who is going to achieve success in any area of life must have a vision. And what is vision? Vision is the ability to see beyond now. Vision is the ability to see beyond now. It is the picture of a desired future. So every success starts with a vision. Every success will start with a vision. It starts with the ability to see beyond where you are currently. So, for example, you had a desire, you want to buy a car, for example. Now, you first had that vision in your heart that, I need a car. You imagine yourself driving a car. So every success begins from you having a desired picture of the kind of future that you want. So success is the ability to see beyond now. Why? Because vision is the ability to see beyond now. Why? Because vision gives you clarity, it gives you focus, it helps your motivation. So every true success begins with a vision, the ability to see beyond now. You need vision to gain clarity, you need vision to have focus, and you need vision as a motivation to do what you need to do. So success process number one is vision. So the question you want to ask yourself is this: where am I going? Where am I going? Your ability to answer that question is called vision. Once you're able to answer that question, where am I going? Then that means you've settled the place of vision. Now you have a goal. Now you have an agenda. Now you have an internal picture. You have an internal image of what you want to achieve. So you want to ask yourself, where am I going really? In your career, where am I going? In your business, where are you going? In your academics, where are you going? So you want to ask yourself that question: where am I going? That's vision. Where am I going? Success, you may need to write this down. Vision rather is the seed of success. Vision is the seed of success. Everything grows from what you see before it exists. So vision is the seed of success. I don't know why I'm just saying success. Now, vision is the seed of success. Vision is the seed of success. Everything grows from what you see before it exists. So what do you see? That's the question, really. What do you see? Vision, number one. Number two is action. Action is the ability to turn vision into motion. Action is the ability to turn vision into motion. Now, I said success process. Number one is vision. When you have that vision in your heart, the next thing you want to do is to take action. And action is what now turns your imagination, that your vision, it's what turns that vision into motion. Action is what turns vision into motion, the ability to turn vision into motion. That's what we call action, to turn vision into motion. So action is the bridge between ideas and results. You have an idea in your heart, you have an idea in your head, you have an idea in your mind, whatever, and you want to turn this idea into a tangible result. You need action, because your goal is still an idea in your head, it's still an idea in your mind, right? It's still an idea in your mind. So what you want to do is to turn that idea into result, something that you can see or something that you can achieve, and it takes action to do that. So action is the bridge between ideas and result. Action involves planning, it involves executing, it involves learning and adapting. Action, it involves what? Planning, executing, learning and adapting. So action is what separates wishful thinkers really from actual achievers. Action is what separates wishful thinkers from actual achievers. We've seen a lot of people say, I want to achieve this thing, I want to do this thing, and they are just saying it with their mouth. And probably you are also guilty of that. There are so many things you've been saying with your mouth. I will do this, I will do that, I will do this, I will do that. You are just wishing. Trust me, that's all you're doing. You're only wishing. Until you take action, you don't achieve anything until you take action. So action is what turns wishful thinkers. It separates the wishful thinkers from the actual achievers. And definitely, of course, action is what moves you from the realm of just wishing it to achieving it. Action moves you from just wishing it to achieving it. So the question you want to ask yourself is this: what am I doing about what I see? The first thing we said was vision. And the question for vision is, what do I see? Or where am I going, rather? Where am I going? Where am I going? What do I see? It's still the same thing. Where am I going? What do I see? So action is the question that you have to answer. Now, action is this question which says, what am I doing about what I see? That thing you're talking about, that vision you're talking about, what am I doing about what I see? What are you doing about it? If you cannot itemize, if you cannot say confidently, this is what you're doing about this vision, then you are not yet taking action. Until you can really, really say confidently, this is what I'm doing with this action, with this vision rather, then You're not taking action. So action is you turning that vision into motion by taking conscious, intentional steps. Taking intentional steps. Very important. Faith without works is dead, right? So vision without action is illusion. Faith without works is dead. So vision without action is illusion. Vision without action is illusion. The third success process is fulfillment. Number one, we said is vision. Number two is action. And then number three is fulfillment. Fulfillment is the inner reward you get from achieving a goal. Fulfillment is the inner reward you get from achieving a goal. It is the spiritual and emotional satisfaction that comes from achieving your desired goal. That's what fulfillment is all about, really. It is the spiritual and emotional satisfaction that comes from achieving your desired goal. Every true success must bring fulfillment because that is the point where success feels meaningful and not just measurable. Every true success must bring fulfillment. There is nothing, see, no matter what you achieve, if you don't feel fulfilled, then you are not yet really successful because true success must bring fulfillment. So that's why sometimes you have to check what really do you desire. And fulfillment will now go deeper to probe into why do you desire this thing. Because if at the end of the day you achieve something and you just feel like, okay, so this is it, what now happened? You are not fulfilled. That's not true success. That's not true success. We'll get into that shortly. So fulfillment is all about the impact, the joy, and the peace that comes from doing what truly matters. The impact, the joy, and the peace that comes from doing what truly matters. So the question you want to ask yourself is this: why does this goal matter to me and others? Why does this goal matter to me and others? That's the question of fulfillment. Why does this goal matter? Why do you want to be rich? Why do you want to have that degree? Why do you want to build that house? Why do you want to have that car? Is it to impress people? Is it to make other people feel worthless, like their life does not match your own or something? Is it to prove a point to somebody who has offended you some years back? Someone who has said this, who has said that? Why do you want to achieve that goal? Because your why is what sets the path for fulfillment. If the why you want to achieve that goal is not properly defined, you may get to the end of your goal and not feel fulfilled. And there's nothing as worst as living all your life to achieve something. And at the end of the day, you still don't feel happy. You still don't feel fulfilled. You still don't have that emotional and spiritual satisfaction that comes from achieving that goal. So you want to ask yourself, why does this goal matter to me? Now listen to this. Fulfillment is what turns success into significance. Fulfillment is what turns success into significance. Fulfillment is what turns success into significance. Because at the end of the day, your success must move to significance. I will still say more about that when I start telling us how do you sustain success. But what I've just been able to do in these few minutes is to share with us what success is all about and what are the fundamental process that is involved to achieve success. And I've mentioned number one is vision, number two is action, and number three is fulfillment. Vision gives direction, action gives momentum, and fulfillment gives you joy, peace, and purpose. I will say that again. Vision gives direction, action gives momentum, and fulfillment gives you joy, peace, and purpose. So these three gives you a complete and balanced idea about what success is all about. These three gives you a complete and balanced idea about what success, real success, true success is all about. So now let's talk about how to really sustain success. How do I sustain success? It's very important. So how do you sustain success? I'm going to rush through this. Number one, I'm going to be sharing with us 7 practical steps. So number one, stay rooted in purpose. Stay rooted in purpose. How do you sustain success? Now, why did you want to achieve that thing in the first place? That your why, the reason why you want to achieve that success, you have to stay rooted in it. Because this is it. Success without purpose fades fast. It fades fast. Success without purpose fades fast. So you need to keep reminding yourself why you started in the first place. Why you started. So success is what gives you direction when the fame, the money, and the applause begins to distract you. Because trust me, as you begin to achieve success in certain areas of your life, you start getting attention, you start getting the applause, you start getting the money, sometimes the fame and all of that. So what keeps you grounded? What keeps you going is purpose. So you've got to stay rooted in the purpose, the reason why you set out to achieve that goal in the first place. So does what I'm doing, those are some of the questions you need to ask yourself. Does what I'm doing still align with who I'm becoming? A lot of people, in the name of trying to achieve a particular goal, in the name of trying to achieve success, they've missed the whole point. And at the end of the day, they couldn't sustain the success again. Why? Because they shifted out of purpose. So you've got to, number one, stay rooted in purpose. And here is a practical step you can take. Write down your why and review them daily. Write down your why and review them daily or weekly. Write it down. Write it down. Why do you do what you do? Write it down and review them daily or weekly, whichever one works for you. But you've got to have your purpose clearly stated. Purpose for achieving this goal. It's very important. And even sometimes when you get weak and tired and you feel like not going again, purpose is what keeps you grounded. It's what keeps you, intact. Because when you read your why, this is why you want to achieve this, it strengthens you again, it energizes you again. So number one, how do you sustain success? Stay rooted in purpose. Number two, build systems around your goals. This is very important. You cannot sustain success if you are not building systems. So build systems around those things you want to achieve. Goals will help you to start, yes, but systems help you to stay consistent. Building systems is what helps you stay consistent. And when I'm talking about systems, system comes from your daily routines, your habits and actions that make progress automatic. So what are the things you're doing? Actions. What are the daily actions? What are the habits you are inculcating to ensure that you stay on track with your goal? Don't forget, we are talking about how to sustain success, and part of it, number two, is you building systems. When you see people who has been really successful in life, when you move closer to them, you realize that there are certain systems around their life. Some of them have made it a routine. They wake up 5 a.m. for some people. Some of them, they ensure that they read a book a week. Those are systems. So some of these things, what these systems do for them is it helps them to stay on track. So you can't sustain success if you don't have systems. You cannot sustain success if you don't have systems. So you've got to build systems. You've got to build systems around your success goals, around whatever it is you want to achieve. You've got to build systems. It is those things that sustains you. Very important. So what are the practical steps that you need to take? Number one is you've got to create daily non-negotiables. There should be things in your life that you can't negotiate. If you want to achieve success in a particular area and or probably you've been able to achieve a level of success, then certain things must be non-negotiable in your life. So for example, probably yours is to read a book every week, one book per week. For you, that can be non-negotiable depending on where you're going. If yours is to be a sports person, then exercise training should be non-negotiable for you. So what are the things that are non-negotiable? You've got to know them, you've got to work around them, you've got to make them a system. Because when you keep at those things, they make success predictable for you. They make success a guarantee. So build systems around your goals. And how you do that is to create daily non-negotiables depending on what you want to achieve. Because it's not like everybody is doing this, then you also have to do this. No. Know what works for you. Know what you need to achieve your own goal. Your goal is unique to you. So definitely your systems, what you do daily will be different from what other people do, because you are not going the same place. You are not chasing the same goal. You understand what I mean now? So that's the way it works. Then number two on building systems is discipline. You've got to be disciplined enough to stay at it. Be disciplined enough to stay at it. Be disciplined enough to stay at it. You have your daily non-negotiables. You've written them down. These are the things I will do daily. Then be disciplined enough to stay at it. How do you sustain success? Number one, stay rooted in purpose. Number two, build systems around your goals. Number three, keep growing and learning. Keep growing and learning. Keep growing and learning. Never feel like you've arrived. The moment you start feeling like you have arrived, then trust me, you won't be able to sustain that success again. The moment you start feeling like this is it, this is the end of it, there's nothing more. No, there is more. There is more, a whole lot more. So you've got to keep learning and growing. Keep learning and growing. Success can make you comfortable, and comfort kills growth. So you have to beware. Success can really make you comfortable. Unfortunately, success can really make you comfortable. Success can really make you comfortable, but unfortunately, comfort kills growth. Comfort kills growth. So you've got to beware. So stay curious. Always desire to know. Stay humble and hungry to learn. Stay humble and hungry to learn. Read, observe, and evolve. Read, observe, evolve. Learn to watch, listen to videos, listen to audios, watch videos, attend events that are relevant to where you're going. But the point is, you've got to keep learning. You've got to keep going. You've got to keep learning. You've got to keep growing. It's very, very important. Very important. Very, very important. So know what you need to do to sustain growth, to sustain learning, and keep doing that. Never feel proud. Never feel like, this is it. No, there's still more. There's room for more. There's room for improvement. Really important. So practical steps you need to take. Dedicate at least 30 minutes daily to your growth. 30 minutes daily to your, that thing you want to achieve. You know what success is for you. So you already know what you need to do to achieve those things, right? So dedicate at least 30 minutes daily, 1 hour daily, depending on what works for you. These 30 minutes are for my growth. So whatever it is you need to do, probably yours is training, probably yours is to read books, probably yours is to watch videos, probably yours is to attend an event or be with a mentor or whatever it is. Every day, 30 minutes, find something related to your growth that you can do. Keep learning, keep growing is really, really important. The other thing you can do is to attend relevant events. Events that are relevant to where you're going. Events that are relevant to where you're going. It's very important. Join associations too. If you have that privilege, join professional networks. Professional networks related to what you're doing. You know what you want to achieve. You know the goal you want. So find people, like-minded individuals who are also going in that direction. Join yourself to them. Be a part of the movement. Be a part of what they're doing. It's very important. But the ultimate thing, what you want to do is to ensure you keep learning and you keep growing. Number 4, guard your circle. Guard your circle. Guard your circle. Guard your circle. Who you move with determines what moves in your life. Who you move with determines what moves in your life. So you've got to surround yourself with people who challenge you, people who shape and stretch you to grow. Very important. You don't need people who drain and distract you. No. You don't need those kind of people around you. You want to surround yourself with people who helps you become better. So guard your circle. That's number 4. Guard your circle. Now listen to me. An eagle that keeps company with chickens will one day forget how to fly. An eagle that keeps company with chickens. An eagle that keeps company with chickens will one day forget how to fly. An eagle that keeps company with chickens will one day forget how to fly. So be careful and guard your circle. So what are the practical steps you can take? You've got to have mentors. Practically, you've got to have mentors. Mentors are ahead of you. Then you've got to have mates. Mates are around you. They are people at your level. They are beside you. And then you've got to have mentees. Mentees are the people who are behind you. They are looking up to you. You've got to have mentors. You've got to have mates. You've got to have mentees. Mentors, mates, and mentees. Very important, because mentors will stretch you. They will help you to grow better. Your mates will challenge you. They will keep you on your toes. And then your mentees will watch your back. They will, for sometimes even because of them, you realize that the motivation to do more keeps, because there are people watching you. There are people looking up to you. So you've got to have mentees. You've got to have people you are pouring into. It helps a lot. Sometimes it even helps you to stay calm and stay humble because you know someone is looking at you. So you need mentors, you need mates, and then you need mentees. If you don't have those three, you've got to start working on it. It's not enough that you have a mentor. You must have mates, people that you can, they are, you're very close people that you get. And when I mean mates, I'm not talking your childhood friends. I'm talking about people who are going in that direction you're going. People who also want to achieve. So this person has a master's, you also have a master's. That's a mate. You challenge each other. Now this other person is doing his PhD. That's a challenge. So you two probably you're thinking, okay, let me also do a PhD or let me get a professional course. Those are mates. They challenge you. And then you need mentees to pour into. You need mentees to pour into. And then mentees also keep you accountable. They keep you accountable because of them, you won't want to misbehave. So all of this helps. It works a lot. It works a lot. Number 4, guard your circle. Number 5, stay humble and grateful. Stay humble and grateful. This is so important. Arrogance is the enemy of sustained success. Arrogance is the enemy of sustained success. Humility keeps your heart teachable. So you've got to stay humble. The moment you become arrogant, then you are bound to fail. Even the scripture says that he exalts the humble, right? He resists the proud and exalts the humble. He resists the proud and exalts the humble. So arrogance is the enemy of sustained success. So you've got to be humble. You've got to be humble. It helps you a lot. It helps you a lot. Be humble. It makes you teachable. And then also be grateful. So stay humble and grateful. Gratitude helps your mind to focus on abundance. Gratitude helps your mind to focus on abundance. So number 5, stay humble and grateful. What are the practical steps you can do for this? You can decide to keep a gratitude journal. If you are the type who writes a lot, you can decide to keep a gratitude journal. What are you grateful for? Count your blessings, name them one by one. It's very important. Or if you are not the type who writes, who keeps journal, ensure that every day of your life you are grateful. You are speaking words of gratitude to God. You are speaking words of gratitude to people around you. You are appreciating people. Stay grateful. It's very important. So celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins humbly. Celebrate your wins humbly because humility retains what pride wastes. Humility retains what pride wastes. Humility retains what pride wastes. So you've got to stay humble. Pride wastes a lot of things. Humility retains those things. So stay humble and grateful. Stay humble and grateful. Number 6, prioritize rest and renewal. Prioritize rest and renewal. How do you sustain success? You've got to rest. It's part of it. Trust me. Burnout kills brilliance. Burnout kills brilliance. Burnout kills brilliance. So sustainable success requires rest for the body and renewal of the mind. You can't keep working and working and working without rest. It doesn't work that way. You can't keep working and working without rest. So you've got to, practical steps, you've got to schedule rest and digital breaks. Digital breaks. Sometimes you've got to move away from your phone. You've got to stop using those phones. Sometimes you just want to rest, like really, really, really rest. And sometimes some of us, when we say we are resting, you're still on Facebook. You claim you are resting, but you're still watching TikTok videos. That's not rest. Sometimes you've got to shut down everything. So schedule your rest and digital breaks. Schedule rest and digital breaks. It must be a part of your life because you need to be refreshed to be able to sustain success. You've got to be refreshed. So part of sustaining success is prioritizing rest and renewal. Rest and renewal. Now, the renewal can be a renewal of your mind. Renewal also comes when you are at rest. Fresh ideas, fresh insight comes. So sleep well, practically. Sleep well, eat right, and exercise. Sleep well, eat right, and exercise. Very, very important. So number 1 was stay rooted in purpose. Number 2, build systems around your goals. Number 3, keep growing and learning, right? Number 4, guard your circle. Number 5, stay humble and grateful. These are practical steps to sustain success. And number 6, prioritize rest and renewal. And now the last one, number 7. Number 7, keep impact at the center of what you do. Keep impact at the center of what you do. Now listen, true success is sustained by significance. True success is sustained by significance. True success is sustained by significance. If you really, really want a lasting success, you really want to sustain success, then you've got to keep impact at the center of what you do. See, when what you do improves lives, when what you do improves lives, you will never be forgotten in a hurry. And your success is preserved because you've been able to pour into other people. When success blesses others, it naturally grows roots and wings. When your success blesses other people, it naturally grows wings and roots. It grows wings and roots. Very important. So, the major way to sustain success is that your success must move to significance. It must. It must. It must. So, practical steps: give back. Give back to people, mentor people, teach people, serve other people. Make sure that you align your growth with a cause beyond yourself, with something greater than you. It should not be all about you all the time. It should not be all about you all the time. So impact makes success endure beyond your name. Impact makes success endure beyond your name. Impact makes success endure beyond your name. So true success must move into significance. And that's how you sustain success. So these are the 7 practical steps on how to sustain success. I believe you're going to work with everything that I've shared and you're going to start taking practical steps on it. Thank you so much for listening. And once again, thank you to the Executive Director of the Young Leaders Academy. Thank you to everyone. And my sincere prayer and desire is that we will all succeed. And not just that, we will be able to sustain the success in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much. God bless you.